Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara Radzevicius and I'm Bondi Quilter. First, the weather report. It is beautiful here today. It's spring, late spring, and I'd say the temperature's around 30 C. We've been out shopping and I went to Spotlight and they had a 50% sale on. So I'll show you what I got there. And I've done some more to my knitting. I'll show you that in a tick. Not what the pattern looks like, but it looks okay. Just playing a bit of yarn chicken now. I mainly talk about quilting. I'll give you a catch up on my quilted vest because I'm going to make a whole episode on how to make this quilted vest. And I hope that will be exciting too. So that should be in a couple of days because I've pretty well hand quilted a lot of it by hand, big stitch quilting, and that is fun too. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe and push the hype button if you can on your phone. See what happens. No, we're not sure what happens with the hype button, but you know, it sounds good. So I'll show you my progress with my what was supposed to be a Carrington jumper by Gilpin, but it looks nothing like it, so it's a magpie because because we turned the graph upside down and did the cables in the wrong direction. So I'll show you what I've done so far. So I have made good progress and I have what could be a vest, but I'm not stopping here, so I'll show you what I've got so far. So I finished the neck in just a way that I did it. So some rows of 2 by 2 and an I-cord bind off. I've got the cables going right the way through the body and the back. Really happy with it. It feels so beautiful. The yarn is fleece by West Yorkshire Spinners. It is a beautiful combination of wool and alpaca, I'm thinking. I think that's what fleece is. And I'm doing it on 4mm needles, but the color is coming up perfectly and this is how it looks. So I've got the armholes and I've got the whole body. I love these cables. I think they're just beautiful. The only thing I would like is if the cables, where they meet here, would be a knot. I think that would be perfect. It would look like a medieval ceiling then. So that's the body part. And I'm knitting the sleeves flat. So this is the first sleeve. And this is going towards the cuff. So I'm going to put how the pattern has the cable with the holes in it. It's very technical here. Starting here, we get 2. So, and then we have another one in the middle to end. So that will be 4 of those in the middle. And I really love them. I think this cable is beautiful. This cable stitching. It's just lovely. So yeah, that's my sleeve. The first one started, goes that way towards the hand. And that's how far I've gotten so far. So I'm going to start the second sleeve because this is all I've got left. So hoping that will be enough to get 2 3/4 sleeves out of. Here's hoping. That's my knitting. I think it's for somebody who can't follow patterns properly. I think it's okay. I think it's beautiful actually. So we're going to talk in the next part about the quilted vest. I'll give you a short rundown of that and do some hand quilting, and then we'll look at the spotlight stuff that I bought today on sale. I hope you're all interested in fabric purchases, because I didn't buy that much and it's not quilting fabric. It is more linen, different linen, but still linen. And guess what I'm going to make? Yes, 2 more dresses. Join me, friends. Let's jump right in. Now I'm going to show the vest. But I'm up to. I've got it laid out here. This is the thread that I decided to use. I decided to use just one. And it's my Valdani 100 meters. The color is M19, pearl cotton, made in Romania. The color is beautiful and it goes really nicely with all these greens. And I was reading something the other day about Epicurious and how it applies to quilting, friends. Can you believe it? It's so interesting. And Epicurious said that a work has to be, doesn't have to be, but to make it pleasurable, it is balanced and harmonious. I think the colours are balanced and harmonious. And the process of making this vest or any quilt that I do, this is for me, is meditative and careful. And I do enjoy making quilts. I love making quilts. And I enjoy the process and I like the finished end, and I think that just summarizes the quilting process. So let's get on with having a look at the stitches. I love my little scissors. Aren't they fab? And I have loaded up 2 needles. I'll put one here in the chair. You'd think I'd use a pin cushion, but no. And I have another one loaded up, ready to go. Take these off. And we'll do a row. Let me see if I can get you a bit closer. I hope the pins don't make too much of a noise, but I want to get the body of the quilting balanced. I've got my right hand under the main part, and I'm just going to go up here to the sleeve, to the armhole. But first I have to find where to start, because my quilting is melting into the fabric. We're going to do this long part here. So I've got the quilt between my thumb and my 4 fingers in here. Going to take, you can see I've already gone around the edge with the sewing machine, and 1/4 inch in. I should have made a knot in the end of that, but I haven't, so I'll do a couple of I'll do a back stitch so that it's very secure. I haven't decided on the binding yet to do with this. I don't think I'll do black. I think I might do something else. You can see I've loaded up my needle with a few stitches. And from now on it is plain sailing, because I've got pins in everywhere. So nothing moves. And that's a good thing about having this table of John's, because you can adjust the height level, and so I can lean on it too. I hope this is okay for my posture, but it's very comfortable. So I mainly just take, I imagine it's 4 stitches, so we go down, up, down, up. You can feel the needle with my forefinger underneath. I love all these colours. They are harmonious. I think they are. The shades and the... But that wasn't how I chose it. I chose it just because I liked the look of it and what I had left. So the whole quilt is doing 2.5-inch leftover strips from things or little pieces that I've cut. And Judith gave me this piece from a project she's doing at the moment. It's the only new piece of fabric that I had. You can see I don't use a thimble. I've got these little quilter's fingers. Quilters probably use thimbles, but not this one. And I probably said this before, but my fingers are quilter's fingers. So you can see they are pretty flat to here, which is really handy because once when I was younger, I jammed my fingers in the car door when I was a teenager, about 12 or 13. I jammed them in the top of the door where it goes onto the hood, and you know, it did hurt. It hurt a lot, but only for a couple of seconds, and nothing was broken or anything because my fingers are so flat. They're like a sheet of paper. They just, I don't know, it just went with the door. And yeah, so that's about my fingers. I've got flat fingers, so when I put a thimble on, which are round, they just slip off. And the only way to keep a thimble on, you know, the metal ones, is to sticky tape it onto my finger. That's not very comfortable. And I can tell you that you're smiling there at the thought of a sticky tape thimble on someone's finger. But yeah. So I'm just coming up to the armhole here, and you can see it's very close to the flannel that I've got for batting. And when I sew the binding on, it'll probably catch a little piece of this fabric here. I think sewing on a table like this is really good, you know, for when the weather's warmer, because it's not on my lap or on the cushion the stool that I usually have in front, or the chair or whatever. The table has more surface area to rest the project on. And what I love about hand quilting is I can just hold it here like this. I can just go at my own speed, and I can just watch the needle going in and out. I love the sound of the thread pulling through the layers of fabric. Do you hear that? It is so beautiful and smooth. And that's the meditative process, friends. It's just, you get lost in a world of slow stitching and beautiful colours. Nearly at the end of this seam. when I get to the end of it, I don't want the little the ends to pull apart. You know what I mean? The end of the seam to come apart. So when I get to 1/4 of an inch to the seam, I'm just going to, because I know I will sew over this, just take a couple of stitches to hold that firmly in place. And then I can cut the thread. Won't cut it too short, because when I'm sewing the binding on, I'll make sure that the thread is facing towards the part that'll be covered. So that's the first part. I'll show you the back. So you can see my stitches up here. Because I want it to be reversible, so I'm making a reversible vest. I love the butterflies. It'll be like wearing a whole meadow of butterflies, won't it, when I have it inside out. Well, that's the quilting for today, for this part of the episode, but next episode is going to be just on making this quilt. So you'll probably see this little part again, but we'll see the whole process of finishing off this vest. I hope you enjoy it. On Tuesday we went into the city, into the CBD of Sydney. I took some video of the Queen Vic building, Queen Victoria building. It is beautiful. It's Art Deco, and I made 2 purchases there, the rather big ones, but you know, beautiful. Because I don't do thrift shopping, and I only shop for fabrics and wool occasionally. But I do like to look, you know, and old things are very interesting. And I was particularly drawn to 2 things. I bought a white butterfly, enamel butterfly, and a 1752, I think she said, vinaigrette that you put perfume in. Really love them. And yeah, it is lovely in there. It was a nice day, and I hope this video of the city is interesting, because it will show you a part of where I live and the main part of the city of Sydney. So I could have done more, but by the time I had looked around and walked a fair bit, I was puffed, and so we came home. But it was a lovely day, and here is the video, although maybe I will have it at the end, so at the end of this episode. I hope you have a look at it and let me know what you think about Sydney. You might want to come visit. That'd be great.
It priced way more than Roselle has, and so yeah, obviously.
This is the fabric that I got at Spotlight this morning. I'll show it to you. We'll take it out of the bag. I take my own bags. It's just cheaper, and I have bags. I just roll them up and put them in my purse. First thing I bought a zipper because I am taking apart my green dress, which had a zipper in the back, but it had a white zipper and it was open-ended, and I didn't like the white part showing, so bought a green zipper, and it is a perfect match. I can't believe it. Look, John got that, well, with his eye. And then I got 3 meters of this beautiful ribbon. I love buying ribbons. My grandmother used to buy me ribbons when I was 10 years old till I was about 13, I think. I just love them. This beautiful fabric. And it is, I'll read you the salvage. It's Jacqueline Proust. I love Jacqueline Proust because she has these most fabulous designs for Spotlight. She does amazing birds, and I'm sure she does flowers, but her birds are so beautiful. And I've made things from her line of design before. And do you know it hasn't got a name? How can that be? It's got a number, and the number is so long. I mean, it's probably the barcode number. It's 9330458656377 PO 164016. That's what they call this fabric, this beautiful fabric, and it's a linen cotton mix. I think it's cotton mix. It might be just linen. I should have paid more attention, but didn't. And then I got 2 meters of this. This is wide fabric, and it was in the furnishing department. The squares are about 2.5, maybe 3 inches. They are beautiful, big squares. I am going to look like a big square. It is 54 inches wide, so extra wide, and it'd be beautiful as cushions, wouldn't it? But no, I'm making it into a dress. It'd be also great as a vest, one of the vests that I'm making at the moment. And I think there's something else in here. I looked at my Gutermann thread, and you know the Porosov cotton thread is unbelievable. When I first bought a spool of black Gutermann sewing thread, it was $11 Australian, which is about $7 US, and now it is $30 Australian, which is $15 US. What a jump in 20 years, but you know, $30 for a spool of cotton. It is the best cotton ever, but does that matter? No, I've only got a packet of lollies in the bottom of my bag. So that's it. So John also got 10 balls of blue yarn to make our granddaughter a school jumper for winter, which won't be here for another 9 months, but he's going to make it. And they were $2 a ball, $1 US. Can you believe it? I know it's acrylic, but it washes well. See, it's a school jumper, and will have to be washed in the machine probably, hopefully. I'm on the line, but yeah, so $2 for a ball of, I think he said 240 meters of yarn, which is very good. This whole purchase today cost $107 Australian, which is about $52 US. It's amazing, isn't it? What you can get if you make your own things. I just love it. So that's my purchases, and I hope you like looking at them, because I think the price and the things that are available are very interesting to people that make craft. And so that's Spotlight. Thank you, Anne, for this beautiful parcel I received. It's a beautiful project bag basket, and some minis and some beautiful stitch markers and some stitch counters. Are so beautiful. Thank you so much, and I'll put a picture in here of the beautiful things. Anne makes these bags for the end of the year for a fundraiser for the Stroke Association in the UK. Anne is No Excuses podcast. I love her. She's my friend, my crafting friend. And yes, I buy one usually at the end of each year. And it's a very lovely project. And I'm so happy to receive such a beautiful parcel. Thanks, Anne. That's it for this week, friends. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video on my tour to the city, and I'll continue on quilting this, and I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like quilting, sewing, or knitting. Okay, that's it for me. Bye, friends. Such a beautiful morning. I've been to the dentist. I don't like going to the dentist, but I'm going home. It's just that beautiful breeze. I love it.